All right. So welcome, guys. We today have a build. So yeah, so we'll try to push it for strength a little bit as much as we can. We should have a lot of good exercises that will challenge us like that for challenge our strength, and especially with the times that we're going to be working with, and kind of gives us freedom to push harder. So with that, the way the workout is set up, it's set up into 3 supersets. So 3 chunks of 2. So 2 at the top, or 2 at the top, 2 in the middle, 2 at the bottom. And with that, we're going to be kind of doing an AMRAP essentially, and so with build, obviously a build AMRAP, we're assuming that you might need a little bit more rest, but obviously still pushing as fast as you can if you can push through fast. But for these, the first superset will be dead stop push-ups and goblet elevator squats. So for the dead stop push-ups, we're going to be doing 10 reps of these. So these are just whatever level of push-up that you are able to do, and a dead stop just means you're coming all the way down to the ground. So starting here, for me, I got to go all the way to the ground. So coming all the way down to the ground and kind of I can lift up and prove, okay, I'm all the way to the ground, and then tense everything and come up. All right. So you wouldn't have to lift your hands every time, but I'm just doing it to kind of prove that, okay, I'm resting on the ground, everything's relaxed, and then I'm squeezing everything, my core, my legs, and then obviously pushing with my chest and pushing myself all the way back up. If you're at kneeling level for these, it'd be the same concept, just here, kind of lift off, up, scoot back, and then press off. With the kneeling ones, you got to be careful. The kneeling ones are kind of easy to almost like you come all the way down if you relax too much. Sometimes people will kind of so right now I'm kind of letting my back, you can see how arched my back is. They let their back arch and then they pop their hips up, and they're not coming up as one unit like this. They're kind of rolling up off. Try not to do the roll off. It's not good for your back. It's not nearly as effective. If you're able to, for sure, keeping the core tense, coming up as one unit. And if you're kind of in between that, it's obviously the half C version where you're here all the way down, and then up on your knees. Cool. All right. So that's dead stop. We'll be doing 10 reps of those. So 10 reps, dead stop push-ups, whatever level. And then second one, goblet elevator squat. So that's just getting a weight, probably a dumbbell if you have a dumbbell. If it's not enough weight for you with a dumbbell, you got to have 2 dumbbells, both double racked in front. But I'll have you here. An elevator squat just means you are going all the way down, up halfway, down, and up. Okay, so down, half, down, up. And you're only doing 5 of those. Okay, so they should go pretty quick for 5. So, if you do have 2 dumbbells, if you do need to have 2 dumbbells to have it heavy enough for 5, use them. I guess if the weight you have is too light, you don't have a heavy enough weight, you could technically do 10 reps, but then we're not getting as much of the max strength we're kind of adding on that. But if you have to, that's totally fine. As long as you're challenging your body, challenging your legs, you can do 10 reps of those if your weight's too light. But yeah, like I said, we're just gonna be going through as many rounds as we can for of those 2 for 8 minutes. Then we'll move on to our second superset, which is jump lunges is our first one. So I know, right? These are gonna be awful. So here, jump switch. All right. So switching in the air, coming down. Regressions for these being kind of like the hop step, where you're hopping, switching, and then kind of final regression being, regular body weight reverse lunges. I think we can all, at least all of us here, can at least do the hop step ones, probably the maybe the jump ones at the beginning, the full-on jump. But just do whatever is the hardest level that you can do for 10. So we're doing 10 of those, 10 on each side. And then after that, it will be around the world plus for 10. So around the world plus is just arm, leg, and then each time you set your hands down, walking them out a little bit further. All right, trying to keep our hips level as we do these, but challenging ourselves for the, the distance that we're setting our hands out each time. Obviously, you might reach a point where it's like, okay, I can't go out any farther. Then just stay at that most spread out spot that you can. You don't have to fall if you get too far or something like that. Just stay at that extended position. And that's for our core. Obviously, you're probably going to feel that in your shoulders and arms and stuff as well. So try to fight through that as best as you can. That'll also be 10. So those two are easy, 10 and 10 for reps for 8 minutes. Then the third superset, third and final one, will be side plank with thread the needle and and bent over rows, not burpees. So side plank, thread the needle. I'll have us here. And we're just going to be doing 10 on this side. All right, so 10 reach through. And then here, same thing, obviously on the other side. Trying to just make sure that we are nice and straight. Side planks kind of go awry when, or go wrong when, so you can be up, this is right where your hips are forward and, everything's nice and straight, but it gets really hard if you start too bent and your butt's sticking back. I don't know if you can even see it. I'll kind of show it from this angle, but if I'm starting like this, I come up and it's kind of weird. It feels like I'm like, it's hard to keep myself straight. So just straighten it out. Makes it a lot easier in terms of balance. And then, bent over rows for that last one. So dumbbell bent over rows is what I'm going to be doing. So I got my dumbbells. I'm hinging. All right. Trying to get 10 rows. Bent over rows, obviously. If your lower back's feeling something, or sometimes when people do these bent over rows, it's pretty challenging for the back. So a lot of times if it feels too challenging, you'll kind of start standing up more and more as you go until you're almost completely, like I'm hardly bent over at all right now. And at that point, you're not really working the back like we are kind of intending. So once you feel like if you get to that point, I'll have you kind of just drop down to one weight. Use your hand to stabilize so that you can stay low on these bent over rows. All right, and then still do those because our back is going to work against gravity. So if we're up like super upright, we're really only going to be getting our traps. Which if you want to be, have awesome traps, you could do that, I guess. I like traps, but if you want to just get a normal arm and normal back exercise in, extra hinge. And then just doing it one side at a time if that's you. I might at some point do that if my back starts to feel a little funny. So do whatever you need to do for you. So plank through the needle, 10 on each side, bent over rows 10 for 8 minutes. All right. And that's the whole thing. So should be a good challenge. Obviously the faster you push yourself, the more rounds you get through, the more it'll feel like a burn. So if your weights or intensities for things are a little lower and you can do that and you need a burn, for sure do it. All right, sweet. So with that, let's get warmed up and we'll get to it. So for our first one, I'm gonna have us do just a hip stretch, a basic one, where I'm gonna lay on my back and I'm gonna pull my knee kind of up and across my body, and I'm gonna have us hold in here for 30 seconds. I'll start some music here. Go. And switch sides. In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good. After that, we'll do side-lying windmills. So we'll be on our side, knees tucked, arms out in front of us, tracing up, over, and around. We'll do 5 windmills like this, kind of opening up our chest, open up our shoulders, stretching out our back. All right. All right. Woo. All right. Once we are done with those, I'm going to have us come up to doing Spider-Mans. We're going to do an elbow drop to a rotation for these. So you're going to step, elbow drop, and then rotate. And we'll do switch, and we'll do 5 of these on each side. Good. All right. All right, once you're done with that, I'm gonna have us come on up to our feet, and I'm gonna have us do some overhead reverse lunges. Arms overhead, stepping back, 10 on each side. There you go. Woo. All right. After that, I'm gonna have us do lateral lunges. So we'll step out, doing 5 on each side for these. All right, and then we will do some hops. We'll do some side-to-side hops, both feet. We'll do 15 on each side. And we'll do 15 forward and back. And then we'll do 15 jumping jacks. All right. All right. All right, so we are going to get started here, starting with our dead stop push-ups and our goblet elevator squats. Number 10 for dead stop, 5 for elevator squats. All right. We pull our timer up. All right. There we go. All right. Starting here in 10. All right, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Dead stop. Go. Here we go.
Everybody crawls. No, he ain't special. Everybody craves, and it's too hard to see. You gotta believe. And everybody prays. No, he ain't special.
There we go. Once we're done with those. Woo! Yeah, they force full range of motion for sure. Once we're done with those, elevator squats. All right, they went pretty fast. We can do a little more next time. All right, back to dead stop push-ups. Remember, taking your rest as needed. Make sure we get perfect form for all of these. Ooh. All right, good. We're becoming friends with the floor today, I guess. Ooh, that is hard. All right, good range of motion. All right, next one. Back to elevator squats. Great. Remember, if it's not heavy enough for you, double wrap. We got about 5 minutes left. All right. And remember, if you're not able to get up with good form, remember to drop down and regress to that next level to make it move a little easier so you can do proper form. All right. Woo. All right. All right, 3 minutes left. Push-ups are getting hard.
Check this out.
Oh, wow. Oofda. Okay. All right, 2 minutes. Oh. Oh my gosh. Here you go, guys.
Everybody crawls with the weight of love. And everybody crawls. Oh, yeah, special.
Oh my gosh. 10 seconds left. 5, 4.
3, 2, 1. Done.
All right. Good job. Rest, everybody. All right. There is superset number 1. Down. Whew. All right. Next, jump lunges, 10 on each side. Around the world, plus 10. All right. Whew. All right, I'm feeling it. My shoulders, my arms. Oh. All right. So we will get right to this one. We're right into it. 8 minutes. Here we go. Starting in 10. All right, starting with jump lunges here.
3,
3, 2, 1.
go.
Here we go. Jump lunges. Ooh. All right, and around the world plus. All right. Oh, not so bad. At least yet. All right, back to jump lunges when you're done with those. All right. Oh gosh, back here on the worlds. Put your hands down. Oh, okay. All right. We got 4 minutes left. Oh. All right. Oh. My legs are burning. Oh, minute 8 to go. Oh my gosh, almost there. Oh. 30 seconds.
Three, two, one, done.
Rest. Oh my gosh. All right, done with those. Wow. Okay. All right, final superset, which is side plank with thread the needle for 10 on each side, and bent over rows for 10. Whew. Once again, yeah, remember, make sure on the bent over rows you're staying nice and bent, hinged with your back is close to parallel with the floor. I know there will be a little bit of an angle, but not letting it get to almost straight. As soon as it gets that way, drop down, take one of the weights away, do one hand at a time. Whew, okay. Let's get started. Starting with thread the needles in 10. All right. 3, 2, 1,
Go.
Here we go. All right. There. And then bent over rows when you're done with those. Here we go. Good job, Julie. Carl, make sure you're hinging a little more if you can. Woo! Oh, back to bent over rows. Whew. All right, back to back. Hey. There's 4 minutes left, halfway.
Give me another second to try to get my breath. My mind is in the way. You should be on top of this, but you got me on the run. I'm tripping on your love. Baby, go talk to make your face so. Nobody can do together. Nobody can do
There we go.
Whenever you I lose control.
Two minutes left. Oh. 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 All right, 1 minute left.
2, 1, done.
There we go. Done. Great work. All right. Whew. Well, excellent job, everybody. That was a challenge for sure. Oh, awesome
I know, you
job.
do the first one and you're like, oh, this isn't so bad.
Yeah.
Those next two hit.
The next one, they catch up fast. Oh yeah.